Hey guys, it's Jessica here from Jessica's Way. I'm doing a quick video today because I realized yesterday I forgot to show you guys my incisions, which I meant to do, and also because I want to do a quick video response to Khaleef from Fat Guy Skinny Wallet, who posted a video today with like about his take on cheat days and cheat meals, and I just have a little something to say about that. So I'll start off. First of all, this is another one of my new shirts that I bought. I think this one is like cute and girly. It's a little more form-fitting than I generally wear my clothes, but you know, I guess I'm gonna have to get used to that as I lose weight, right? So anyway, we'll get to my scars. Okay, so this tiny one here is the smallest one. It healed really quickly and really well. It's pretty much like completely healed now. It's still a little red, but that's of course because it's only been like 2.5 weeks since surgery. I'll start over here. So there's this one here. It's healed really well as well. There's no like open areas or anything like that. It's not seeping anymore. It's a little bit indented, but I kind of had that on this side too when I had my appendix taken out, so I'm not worried about that. And especially as I lose this fat here, I know it won't be as noticeable. This one here is also healed really well. There's not really any seepage from this one. I react to certain adhesives and band-aids, so when I took the dressing off of this one at one point, it sort of took some skin off and started bleeding a little bit, so that is a little red but not sore or anything. This one is the largest incision. It is where I believe they take the stomach out from. There's still a little bit of seepage just over here where there's a little bit of discoloration, but my doctor is quite happy. Like she said, you know, that's just a part of the healing process. It's not infected or anything. And then this little one is where they took out the drain. It's still a tiny bit open, if you can see, and a little bit discolored, but again, not infected. So my doctor is really happy so far with how everything is healing. And then as you can see, I have this really bad rash. And this is like going on a week and a half now. And that is just from one of the dressings, again, irritating my skin and me reacting to it for whatever strange reason I react to adhesive. So that is my scars. I know in a year or so you'll barely be able to see them. I had my appendix taken out 2 years ago, and I'm sure you guys didn't even have any idea where those incisions were because I just am not a bad scar at all. So yeah, I'm really happy with how everything is healing so far. Now, okay, so in regards to Khaleef from Fat Guy Skinny Wallet, I will post the link to his video down below so that you can watch it if you're interested. But basically, he talked about cheat days in his post today, and that he doesn't agree with them, just for the simple fact that it's more or less, he views it as a form of sabotage. That in one day you can undo what you've done the whole rest of the week, which is absolutely true. And also, he feels like you are giving up your control to food when you give yourself a cheat day. And to an extent, I agree. Now, back in the day when I was on Weight Watchers, I gave myself true cheat days, and I now see the error of my ways. Anyone who's familiar with Weight Watchers knows that you have daily points that you use up, and there's also weekly points. So if you go over in a day, you can subtract from your weekly points. I don't really like how that is set up because the way I see it is it gives you a little bit too much freedom. It's too easy to go over your daily points that way. Like, I mean, you can consume an extra couple hundred calories every single day by using up your weekly points. But anyway, so when I was on Weight Watchers, I would try and do good and follow my daily points, and then on my cheat day I would use up my daily points and all my weekly points. So I essentially would be, having a 4,000 or 5,000, if not more, calorie day and a cheat day. And it was an all-day cheat day. I'm talking like a horrible breakfast, a horrible lunch, a horrible supper, a horrible snack in the evening, whether it be going to the movies and getting nachos or what have you. Back in the day, I tried to make, have it make sense that it was okay to do that, just because I figured that's why they give you the weekly points, right? But now that my way of thinking about food is different, I realize that you can't do that to yourself. You are sabotaging yourself when you use a cheat day that way. Now, I have determined that I am going to still have a cheat day every week. And I'm calling it a cheat day just because that's what I've always called it. But it's not a cheat day in the sense of I'm giving up my control in any way. I am still going to be sensible about what I eat. And the big difference right now is that, of course, I have a teeny tiny 4-ounce stomach. I can't eat more than 4 ounces of food. So if I decide I want a burger, my cheat day before might have been I would go out and have 2 cheeseburgers and a large fry and a large drink. And it would probably be a good 2,000 calories. Whereas now, I would go out and say, okay, I'm going to get a burger today because I'm craving a burger. And I will eat half of a burger, and it'll probably come in at maybe at the most 200 to 300 calories. So, that's the big difference for me. But, whether you've had weight loss surgery or not, you should still try, by all means, treat yourself. Go out. For me, it's not even so much about the food. I am going to order stuff that I don't normally eat at home. I'm trying to find ways of eating food that I like at home, but making it healthier, so that I don't feel like I'm depriving myself. But when you go to a restaurant, it's just a different experience. There's always bad, good foods that you don't get to ever really have that you want to treat yourself to every once in a while. But just don't go all out. Make it fit within your day. So, if you're eating 1,200 calories in a day, skimp a little bit on your breakfast and your lunch, and that way you can have a little bit more at supper time and go out and get something that you do want from a restaurant. And a big part of it for me too is that I want to be able to go out and treat myself like that, for the fact that when I come home every day and 3 times a day I have to kind of plan what I'm going to eat and prepare it and all that kind of stuff. It's nice to go out and not have to worry. You still have to plan. You have to be sensible about what you're going to eat and kind of figure it out ahead of time. But just to be able to go out and order something and not have to cook it and worry about that is a nice treat. So I don't think that there's anything wrong with doing that. I don't agree with cheat days and blowing it out of proportion and giving up your control, for the fact that like Khaleef says, you can completely blow all the progress you've made in a week by having one overblown cheat day. So just don't do it that way, but be sensible about it, but still treat yourself. So yeah, that's really all I had to say about it. I disagree with him on the fact that you shouldn't allow yourself cheat days or cheat meals at all. If that's what you choose to call them, or if you want to just call them I'm gonna, go out and not eat something great today. I don't know what else you would call it other than a cheat day. But don't do it all the time. Only do it once or twice a week, and be sensible about it. That's the whole thing. If you're not going out of control, then I don't understand why it would be an issue. So that's really all I have to say about it. It is a good little discussion that he talks about, and he makes sense. So I do recommend you go and watch it, but don't knock the cheat day. If you're going to be sensible about it, just, don't knock it. So I know though, his point is there are a lot of people that don't do that. They're not sensible about it, and they do have full-blown cheat days like I used to. So I understand where he's coming from completely, and I agree. But I also disagree that you can give yourself cheat days or cheat meals or treats or whatever you want to call it, and be sensible about it and still fit it within your daily regimen. So that is all. I probably won't post now for a few days, so I shall see you guys soon, and thanks for watching. Bye!